Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am building a magic school, as you saw on the thumbnail. I started this build back in December, I think, when I was still working on my Christmas build for the collab we were in, and I want to try and make something else. First I thought maybe I should keep this as another Christmas build, just like a really big Christmas build, but I felt it became too much Christmassy, and I changed my mind. So it ended up going back to the idea of having it as a magic school. When I first made this build, I'm not really good, or well, I'm not used to building big and making a really big house with a lot of details on it. And I feel no matter how many times you try to make it look good, it becomes more cluttered than good. And I felt the same way with this build. I think I had to stop, take a break, come back and do some more, take a break and come back. So in the video you see probably the weather or stuff I changed a few times, because I keep taking the house to another plot, changing it up, and it still for me felt like, I don't know, something was missing. And the good thing was, when I actually came to the realm of magic, you could use more of those crystals and the mushrooms, and I felt that just gave the build itself more life, because I don't know, the weather with the colors like pink and blue and the way they merge together, it's I don't know, it kind of fit the theme. And since my build, I feel it looks like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, I don't know, it's just something put together. That's what I feel about this build. I mean, I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I think that is one of those things you do when you build. You need to try and build something that you're not used to, and you need to do it many times. Like for me, I am not really good with modern build as well. And that's really difficult, because I like olds and I like small. So this was a challenge for me, and I really don't understand how some of you people can make these huge awesome builds, and it's like it's no big deal to build that way. And for me it's like, wow, it's a challenge. It's really a challenge. So this build was a bit of a challenge. But I really want to try and make a magic school, because I remember I want to do that when the Realm of Magic first came out. But then of course everyone had the same idea. Everyone wanted to do the same thing. So I decided I want to wait. I want to wait until it's gone a little bit and people have forgotten it a little bit, and then maybe I can then post a video of a magic build, or the magic school, the headquarters, and have my build at that spot at that time. And I felt to now kind of fit very well to it. I was first thinking of making it a different shape, but I wanted it to be like, because I mean, I also like the Harry Potter's movies, and that school is so beautiful when you see it, when they come across the lake, and I mean, it's so beautiful. So I wasn't really trying to do a replica of that, because I don't think there's a hell in chance that I would be able to do that. So I decided to make something just pointy roofs. I really don't know what to say about this build. I had some weird issues with the floor. I don't know what I did wrong, but it's like there are holes in the floor and the roofs keeps coming into the build, and it's really annoying. Because it feels like you can't go on the way you feel like, because you need to find a way to change this and make it livable, make it pretty, make it nice without the roof sticking out the way that it does. And how do you do that? How do you get that? How do you get that away? I mean, why is that thing with the floor or the roofing happening that suddenly you have no roof when you build like even a box? Why does that happen? Does anyone know that? Can someone please tell me that? Anyway, I will upload this build to the gallery. I would really recommend that you use move object when you place it down, because I have a lot of weird stuff around. So yeah. By the way, if any one of you do, would you please see on the build if there's some changes you know about that you can fix with the roof and stuff? Right now I've been hiding it behind fireplaces and showers and stuff like that. And I mean, it works. You can still use it. It's okay. But I don't know, sometimes you have those builds that really are a challenge. You need to come back many times. And you maybe not love it, but you don't really hate it. But still, it isn't exactly what you want it to be. And that is what this build ended up for me. I wasn't really sure if I was gonna make a video about it or just ignore it completely, delete it, and then not make anything about it. But then I decided maybe I should, because it's good for me to maybe be able to ask you guys some questions. Maybe you have some ideas or some way that you change it that you can tell me about. So if any of you have any information about why the roof goes away that it does, and why the roof sticks into the wall the way that it does, especially the round ones, it's really annoying. So please let me know or explain. It would be really great to hear something about that, because it's a challenge when that stuff happens, and I feel you can't really use all the space when parts of it keeps sticking inside the house, you know. Anyway, but the idea of making a magic build, that is what I want to do, and I do like it when I put it down in Realm of Magic, because I felt it was weird, so it fits because it's magic, and magic isn't logical, you know. So it didn't really matter, because one is not. I mean, it's not a logical house. it's magic, so why not, you know? But I mean, sometimes I just love the decoration outside than inside, and I think I just loved the garden, how that turned out with the mushrooms and the stones. And I mean, I felt like it was so cute. It was so cozy watching the water, and I mean, I have posted some pictures of it, so you will be able to see it. And I mean, that's so gorgeous, and that just saved it completely, at least for me. So if I wasn't able to do that, then probably wouldn't have kept this build at all. I think it's a good thing to be able to post builds that you maybe are not completely happy with, because then you can show, or at least try to explain what's different for you, why is this different for you, you know? And for me, that is making a build big. I'm making a big build and keeping it, I don't know, from not going small, I suppose, because that's kind of what I do. I feel like I push stuff too much together, and but I think I'm gonna keep trying to make big builds, so I will get a more feeling to it. That might be a good idea. I mean, I have made 64 lot, but then I make a village, so of course you have a lot of small stuff instead. You don't just have that one big build, and I really want to try it, so I did. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, as I said, I don't hate it. I just don't love it, and I usually like at least to love them a little bit before I post them. But I think it's, as I said, I think sometimes you just need to post even the builds that you're not completely happy with, because and make like a video like now, I mean, and be able to talk about it, and maybe some have some feedbacks to give back to you, because at least then you can talk about it, explain why, and also maybe others can also see that others struggles with their builds as well. So I mean, it's so weird because in the group that I am in, for the collabs that we have had lately, there are some of those people really love making huge builds, and they are so gorgeous. And I just don't understand how do they do that. I mean, I'm good with small stuff, but the big ones are a bit harder. Anyway, this isn't a me complaining video, but I wanted to post because I want people to see that sometimes even stuff that is worse or that you are worse at doing, sometimes actually can be a good idea to post as well, because at least then you can explain and show, and maybe someone can give feedback and explain to you why it is the way that it is. And yeah, it's a learning part, I suppose. So I will of course try again with a big build, maybe a 40-40 lot instead, and just try to yeah, you know, keep it to my fitting. Anyway, I hope you will enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone!